Hi everyone, this is Amanda with Girl Get Your Roots Done, and this is your weekly appointment. Today I want to give you a little tough love. That's right, I have a little bit of tough talk today on happiness and our search to find happiness. But at the end, I also have a really helpful tip, so I'm not just giving you tough love and then heading out. I want to talk to you about all of us want happiness. And I've talked before about how there was a time in my life when I was pursuing happiness. I thought I was pursuing it like a full-time job. It sure felt like that. I was reading about it. I was talking about it. I was seeing a therapist. I was just really searching for what was going to make me happy. And, it still continued to elude me. And so many times I'm talking to clients and they sort of have that same feeling. It's like, what am I doing wrong? I want to be happy, but it's still not happening. Gordon Livingston has a book that I love called Too Soon Old, Too Late Smart. There's a lot of great life lessons in there. But one of the things he talks about is that we're not what we feel or what we think or what we say. We're what we do. And when I look back on my path of trying so hard to be happy, it really didn't start happening for me in meaningful ways until I got to the doing part. So that's what I want to talk about today. You may be in that contemplation stage where you realize you're not happy, something's lacking for you, and you're thinking about it, you're reading about it, you're searching for happiness. And a lot of times when I talk to my clients about this, we start to look at their life and it's sort of not surprising they're not happy. They don't really love their job. Maybe they're not feeling as connected anymore in their friendships or their relationship. And they're not really living out their values, their deepest desires. And so, it's kind of hard to be happy that way. And conversely, it's sort of hard to not be happy if you are living out your values. If you do, for the most part, really enjoy the work you're doing on a daily basis and you do have connections that feed you. So, okay, that makes sense. So what do we do when we're stuck and we just can't seem to move forward? And I get that. Fear is so powerful. It can really keep us paralyzed. And the fear really is about the fear of the unknown, right? We've been doing something one way, and even though we're not happy with it, it's what we know. And to think about changing it brings up a lot of fear, to think about doing something differently. So my helpful hint for today, or my helpful tip, is to literally do an exercise where you look at something in your life that you would have to do something to make it better, to make you a happier person. Work, relationships, friendships, health, and look at whatever that is that you kind of know in the back of your mind you need to do and you would be happier, but you can't seem to do it. Take that and literally write out the worst case scenario of what could happen if you did it. And the reason that this is helpful is that a lot of times when we write down that worst case scenario, I would say 9 times out of 10, it is not as bad as we have created it, or fear has created it in our minds. And what if it is really bad? What if it's something where, you're going to lose, a lot of money if you make a career change? Well, at least, you have that down on paper. You now know what you're working with. You know what that fear is. It's tangible. And you can look at it and you can say, okay, but how do I prepare to mitigate this? Maybe it's saving some money so that you can make that shift. But it takes it from this catastrophizing and this just fear that doesn't have a face or a name or anything to it. And it lets us see, how bad is it really? And I'm telling you, most times it's really not as bad as we were afraid of. And how can we mitigate against some of the pain and discomfort? And you don't have to do anything alone. Reach out to your friends, reach out to your community of helpers, reach out to whoever you have in your life that supports you. And of course, if you feel like I can support you in any way, I would love to do that. I'm at lifecoachamanda.com. And if we're not a fit to work together to sort of see what's keep getting you stuck and move you forward, I'll talk to you about who might be a fit or what might work best for you. I just really, really want you to realize that you don't have to stay stuck and that you can do it, girl. So thank you for joining me. I'll be back next week where we'll get our roots done together again. Thank you. Bye-bye.